I'm going to show you how I put together my swim diapers and trainers using the Totally Trainer pattern that Krista designed. So we're going to start with your inner and your outer. This is for a trainer, but a swim diaper uses the same exact technique. You have your cut fold over elastic. The back side is the grid side. Right now you want to fold that over so the grid side is showing. And with the folded over edge along the edge of your fabric, clip that in place to the right side of one of your layers, just to hold it for now. Take the other layer, right sides together, clip it down, clip it down, and for good measure, I stick a pin in there. There we go. So we're going to go ahead and sew this with a 1/2 inch seam allowance, which I've already done on this side. Then you're going to take some scissors and trim the elastic right there in your seam allowance, like I have already done on this side. You don't want all that bulk in your edges. It makes it kind of hard to put the snaps through. So your next step, you're going to turn your project right side out and line up the edges. Stick a pin in there to hold them in place. And then you're going to take this elastic, you're going to line your edges up, I use a lot of pins. Alright, right there where your stitches are, fold your elastic over so your smooth other side is showing. Sandwich the fabrics in between your elastic, and I use a clip at the end to hold it down, and another clip, and then you do the same thing on the other side. Pin together, flip your elastic, and you only need one clip on this side because this is the side you're going to start sewing. That's just to hold it there until you're ready for it. You want to do this to your back waist, your leg, your front waist, and your other leg. Through the magic of cell phone cameras, here's a swim diaper I'm in the middle of making that uses the same technique. Now I've already done the back. Let's go on to a leg. I have my pins for the end, or clips for the end. For this, I use a 3-step zigzag. That would be this one, right there. It looks like a regular zigzag, but it's a dashed line. Alright. My machine doesn't have a way to do a locking stitch on a 3-step zigzag, so I start out with a 0 stitch length. So a few rows, and that secures the stitches for me. Change my stitch length. I use a 2.5, there we go, 2.5 for my 3-step zigzag when I'm sewing on fold over elastic. And this machine, it's hard to explain the other setting, but you want a really wide 3-step zigzag on this. And you'll take a hold of the elastic in the back that's going to help you get the first few inches going until you can pull your project out from behind. Right. Now you want to stretch your project, holding on to the clips that you put on the end, and sandwich the fabric in between the middle of your elastic. Grab a hold of that thread again, and you want to pull from behind and from the front at the same time. Now I have a little bit of space in the back that I can start pulling from. The thread is not easy to hold on to. You don't want to do that the whole way down. So I flip my project over and I can see that I've caught it. Pull from the back, pull from the front. Pull out those pins you put in along the way. Flip it over. Now I picked a leg to show you because this curve right here can be a little tricky sometimes to make sure that you're getting it sandwiched in the elastic. But you can see it's all the way in there. Just do little bits at a time if you're worried. Now I remove one of my end clips at this time. And start wishing for another set of hands. There we go. I really try hard not to run over my finger. Secure my stitches. And admire your pretty work. Here you can see another one that I've already finished. And when you do this method, the edges come out looking very pretty.